Hey guys, well as promised, since I started reviewing this series, I'm going to review Curse of Chucky. And I know this is the DVD, but I also do have it on this Blu-ray set right over here. And I bought it on both the DVD and the Blu-ray set because I own all the other ones on DVD, so I like to own all of them on DVD and Blu-ray, which I do now. So now I have all the movies on DVD and all the movies on Blu-ray, but I won't be reviewing Curse of Chucky by holding up this because it has like all the other ones on this, so I'd want you more to focus on Curse of Chucky and not all of these. So I'll be using the DVD for this review. Alright, so let's get started. My review on Curse of Chucky. So this one picks up years later since the previous movie, and this family, this girl who's in her 20s who's wheelchair bound and also has a heart problem. She lives at home with her mother, and so then they get a mysterious package in the mail. They don't know who sent it though, it's unknown, and so then they see that it's a good guy doll, a Chucky doll from the previous movies. And so then the mother throws it away in the garbage, but later that night she gets killed, and so then the next day they're setting up a funeral. So she invites over her older sister, her husband, their daughter, their nanny, and also the family priest. So they invite them all over to get ready for the funeral tomorrow. But then mysterious stuff happens that day, like the Chucky doll goes missing. Oh, I should actually mention that the girl also gives her niece, the little girl, the Chucky doll as a gift. Then the Chucky doll keeps missing. It's going missing, like, it goes from like room to room, like, they're like, figure out how to get right over there. So, like, it's like just gets mysterious over there. So it keeps going missing, and then the characters start getting killed throughout the house, one by one, mysteriously. Like, some of them don't know that they're getting killed till like the last minute. Until they find out the awful truth about the Chucky doll. So, like, I know it does sound like that Chucky's just terrorizing his family randomly, but to be honest, he's not terrorizing. He's not terrorizing them randomly. He actually has a reason, and the reason is because he has like a connection to the family. Like, he knew the family before he was a doll. But I won't tell how he knows them though. Sorry. So, all in all, this was actually a pretty good movie. It's a good entry into the series. It was actually redeeming after the last movie. And this was directed by the same director of Seed of Chucky, Don Mancini, who also wrote the entire series. And he actually redeemed himself with this. Like, this was much darker than the last couple of movies. It brought back the creepy tone, the serious tone from the other movies. Also, the suspense from the first movie is also brought back in this one. So, like, you don't know, like, what characters are going to die next, that kind of stuff, like. And the death scenes are also, like, some of them are actually pretty graphic. So the death scenes are actually very good in this movie. The gore effects were pretty good. And this movie is, like, set just a house. Like, the entire movie is, like, set in just a house because, like, Don Mancini said himself in a recent interview that was, like, paying tribute to some of Alfred Hitchcock's work, like, what was that movie? Dial M for Murder and Rear Window. So I had inspiration for this movie. Also, the look of the doll, like, they have, like, a little different look. I mean, like, the face is a little more pale, and also the back is, like, a little hunched like that, so the look of it is actually pretty good. There were, like, just a little CGI stuff in this movie, though, like, for the doll, though, was like, animatronics, just like in the other ones. But I think there may be one scene where he was CGI, or maybe he was just, or maybe it was animatronics, or maybe like the lighting just made him look like CGI, or maybe there was a chance they just rendered him with a little bit CGI. Yeah, so all in all, this was actually a pretty good movie, good entry into the series, like I just said. Sorry, I know I'm repeating myself. Like, it was like, taken serious. It wasn't like a spoof, like a comedy, like Seed of Chucky. And the acting was also very good. Like, the main girl, the girl in the wheelchair, was played by Fiona Dorff, who's Brad Dourif's real-life daughter. And Brad Dourif also returns as the voice of Chucky, and he does a job as always. And that's something that the series always had with it. Like if the movie was like, let's say, if it was good, or if it was bad, or if it was ridiculous, Brad Dourif was always there to for like one good thing about the movie. So he was always good, no matter what the tone was. He always had that vibe, like he always played a good Chucky voice. And I will also say, like, just one thing that was like a slight thing that I didn't like, but wasn't too big of a deal for me, was the ending was like slightly confusing. Like, and it's actually like, there's something after the end of the credits of this one, which is a pretty good thing, but it slightly confused me though. Like I won't say what it is though, because it's like, like a surprise for die-hard Chucky fans. It's like, there's cameos from characters from the previous movies. I won't tell who they are though. You probably already know who it is if you looked it up online or something like that. If you're into spoilers, so you probably already know who it is. But I'm just gonna say, if you don't know who it is, it's just a surprise for diehard Chucky fans. And one thing I also liked is that since I remember back when I was in high school, some guys I went to school with, my friends, were like saying, "What's so scary about Chucky? He's only 2 feet tall. I can easily take him out. He's just a doll. I can just kick him. I can just throw him. I can do this. I can do that." But since the girl in this movie is in a wheelchair, she can't do that. She can't kick him. She can't throw him. So it's like, a challenge for one with Chucky. So that's something I actually really did like in this movie. Yeah, so all in all, I would highly recommend this. I was happy with this movie. And Bloody Disgusting actually said that this movie is like the best straight-to-DVD horror sequel since Wrong Turn 2. And I actually agree with them. This is definitely like the best straight-to-DVD horror sequel since Wrong Turn 2. And I definitely wish that this one was made for theaters. I'm not too sure why it was straight to DVD. Maybe they felt maybe like since Seed of Chucky didn't do well amongst fans, that this didn't do well. This wouldn't do well if it was in theaters. Maybe they thought that. But I kind of think it would do well if it was in theaters. Yeah, so I would definitely say check this movie out. Go for it. Buy it on DVD or buy it in this Blu-ray set. Either which one is good. These are definitely worth seeing. Alright, and that's all I gotta say for this movie. Check it out. And just stay tuned for another movie review in the future. See you later.